in Ghana, I stumbled on a man. His father was a warlock and he was being trained. The altar, the spirit on the altar had spoken his name as the next in line for the ways of the priesthood. And he was being trained and being groomed to take over. Unfortunately for the generation of satanic priests, he gave his life to Christ suddenly, and the linkage was disconnected. Hallelujah. But you see, the discipleship he went through, he still understands, he still remembers. And his father called him. Meanwhile, this is father that we're talking about. He only sleeps 3 hours in a day. And he doesn't sleep on the bed. He spends all night in the shrine. Even though his father had a job as a security man, he spends all night in the shrine. Never sleeps in the night. Only sleeps in the afternoon for 3 hours. And he sleeps on a chair with a leg rest. That's how he sleeps. And when he's sleeping, don't touch him. Don't leave, just leave him there. Right? So this man taught his son. He said, when you take over this shrine, there are 3 sets of people that you should not fight because you will not win. Say, number 1, Christians that pray in the night. If you investigate the man's portfolio and you find night prayer as an ingredient, forget about that fight. You can use other means to settle your grievances, political means of reconciliation. But don't fight, don't engage. Is it the second kind of people that you should not tamper with are Christians that pray long prayers. Long. Is it the third kind of people that you should not engage are Christians that pray intermittent prayers? He has prayed now for 30 minutes. Then he's in the bus station. He picks it again. He may not pray for long, just for another 30 minutes. He stirred again 30 minutes later, 1 hour later. He said, don't fight these people. When you test a man and you don't see any oil in his prayer gauge, shave his head. Men ought always to, men and brethren, if in these 3 categories I mentioned, you can't find yourself there, then there's a challenge. Because when a situation is orchestrated from the realm of the spirit against you, your PhD in civil engineering will count for nothing. Satan will throw you into confusion. And all the gains that you have gotten in your progression, he can upturn it in a moment because you don't have the requisite spiritual capacity to resist.